It's time for Leza Live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Happy Hump Day. Mike.
Humpty hump. Humpty hump.
How's everybody doing on this Wednesday morning?
Good.
Matt, no words for Matt this morning?
Tired. I'm preparing for our special guest. So
you are? Is she
going
to come? Is she making it here?
Yeah, it's only for a couple days, which sucks. But
well, you know what? It is what it
nothing.
is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
It is what it is.
I got to go to Phoenix and then come back and then take her back down and then back.
When are you going down? Because I'm doing the same thing.
This evening.
Okay, well, I'm picking up my dad tomorrow night. You do what you got to do. You know what? Because like I mentioned on Monday, my mom passed away 8 years ago. And if I could bring her back for just a day, I'd do it. Even if I had to drive to Alaska, which I know is impossible. Don't.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
So even if it is for 2 days, and even if we have to drive down to pick them up and take them home, it's all worth it.
You can drive to Alaska. I would never argue against that.
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive. Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
possible.
Yeah, you're right. It is possible. Thank you.
Highly improbable, but possible.
I don't know. Has anybody done? I'm sure somebody's done it.
Oh, I have one of my neighbors that lives down the street.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, that's what they do over the summers is they travel.
Yeah.
And they have a big fifth wheel, and they go to Alaska once a year.
Wow.
From here, they drive.
I've
they
never-
stop, though,
Yeah,
on their
the
way up. Yeah.
Sure. I've never been to Alaska, but I really want to go. That's on my list.
It's on my list, too.
Yeah.
I've been to Juneau, but I don't consider that Alaska.
No.
Because I had to do some business up there. And to me, it's just, it's not Alaska from everybody else that tells me. I mean,
Yeah, I want to do the cruise and see the ice. Yes, and see the icebergs and all the stuff.
Yeah, I think
all
that'd be
the
fun.
things and stuff. But
Really fun.
anyway, I have an update from yesterday's show.
Okay.
How much fun was that show? I got more feedback from yesterday's show, not just the ladies on, but you guys as well.
Oh, someone was talking about us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel special.
Yeah, we have a listener, and he said he was rolling from the start. Yeah. Shout out to Jimbo. But anyway, Tracy Horn's cocktail. What's it
the
called?
fruit cocktail.
Thank you.
in the fridge.
I've had a morning. I feel like I'm running with my hair on fire. And I have something to tell you about hair, too, after this. But she sent me a picture because she says she has an appointment at 8:30, so she wouldn't be able to call in. But the picture is interesting. It's Mission Pride fruit mix in extra light syrup. And then there is a stamp on the bottom of the can, but it does not have a date. But the rust on the top of the can tells me...
kind of tells the story, huh?
Tells me that it's probably time to throw it out. It says product of the USA. Then it has a bunch of numbers. It has 00, which maybe that's 2000. Which means it's 24 years old.
Holy mackerel.
See, when you eat stuff like that, that's how a zombie apocalypse starts.
Well, or it just gives you a really good gut. I don't know, But look here's the rust on the top of the can.
Wow.
Yeah. So, God bless. I mean, if it were me, it'd be in the trash. But they have their deal, and it's working for them. So I'm not gonna judge Eric and Tracy. But that was really funny that she remembered to give us an update on the fruit cocktail. And then I sent a picture. I took out the wig yesterday, right out of the bag. And on the side of the box, it says, "Make yourself a pretty girl."
Yeah, I was going to – it was aiming towards me all day during the show. I was going to say that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone.
Right.
Smart man.
So I circled it, and I sent it to Tracy and Carol, and I said on the side of the wig box, laugh out loud. And, of course, Tracy was so sweet. You don't need to make yourself pretty. You are. Carol said, you looked beautiful as a redhead.
What did Scott say when he saw it?
I haven't showed it to him.
Hasn't seen it?
No, I'm living in an animal hospital. Yeah. So there's no time for Scott right now.
They're waiting till there's free time, Drew.
Okay.
To bust out with the wig.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe Friday night, Saturday.
Yeah, you never know. I considered it. I considered wearing it this morning, but like I said, I've been running with my hair on fire all morning. And Bubba got up at 4:30 this morning. He's just getting up earlier and earlier. God bless his little heart. And so I took him out at 4:30, and then I put him back in his crate. He was not happy about that. He wanted snuggle time or playtime, and he barked for a good hour.
Really?
And I ignored him, so I didn't get any sleep. None of us got any sleep this morning. But,
wow.
So I can relate with you. Tired for different reasons.
Yeah, very different reasons.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, but he's doing great. He's
That's
doing
good.
great. He looks great. He's healing nicely, and he feels good. He wants to jump and play and do all the things. Hard to keep them.
Is he eating?
He's eating more than he has ever eaten.
That is the best sign.
And he's also going number 2.
Good.
He's doing the do.
All the systems are working.
Yeah, everything is working. Every cylinder is hitting. Well, that's a concern after surgery.
Oh,
They watch
absolutely.
for the first. Well, when people have surgery, they look for gas. But when dogs, they say it could be 24 hours till you see one. And so when you see one, you celebrate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't know if PepsiCo likes them stealing your slogan of doing the
doing
do.
the do. Yeah, well, we have a daily do here on Leza Live.
We
and
do.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Drew's daily do.
goodness.
I still, even though Drew doesn't come up with it, I still think it's best for Drew.
It really is.
I just think you like it. It's just,
You like the alliteration of it.
Ds.
Yeah.
It's the alliteration.
The alliteration.
Ds.
It's very popular in the world of radio. So I have a little update on The Bachelorette. Last night they had the men tell all, but they also had the rose ceremony from Monday night, maybe to get more people to watch Men Tell All, because I text Julie and I said, get home. The final rose ceremony is coming up. And, of course, she laughed at me. But she did send the only guy that is a done deal home, Jonathan. Jonathan is really into Jen, and Jen really liked Jonathan. But she kept the guy who admitted that he's not there yet. He doesn't love her. And he's supposed to propose next Tuesday. And she kept the guy that is really into her, but she's not that into.
I'm so confused when it comes to this world and dating and women. I'm out. I'm out.
Know. Yeah, I know. So
I've been out.
I've been out too for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank God. But yeah, so
Really?
so remind me Monday when I say the big finale is on. Look, Drew grabs a piece of paper. He takes his job very seriously.
He does.
I love that about
especially
Drew.
When it comes to the Bachelor
And
Bachelorette.
reminders.
Oh yeah.
When I say remind me, he always makes a note. But it's not on Monday night next week. It's on Tuesday night, probably because of football or something.
Monday Night Football starts.
Starts Monday. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why. So they put it off until Tuesday. But it would be just like me to talk about it all morning and then go and try to watch it and it not be on.
All right, so we need a reminder for Monday
yes.
on The Bachelor.
Thank you,
And
kind sir.
Is Julie still going to call in even though it's Wednesday and we have Kelly?
Yeah, she'll call in because
Okay,
it's
good.
the finale. Yeah, for sure. For
All
sure.
right, I was
yeah.
concerned.
Yeah.
For our listeners, of course.
Yeah, because everybody's going to want to hear
Everybody
the
needs to
recap.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the recap. Tomorrow on The Big Show, we are going to welcome Raquel Gardner from the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary, and she's going to bring with her, I was going to say a furry friend, but it may not be. The last animal she brought in was a reptile, the Gila monster, remember?
Yeah,
No.
he was cool.
You weren't here for the Gila
I don't
monster?
think I was here for the Gila monster.
Oh, it was so cool. I don't remember his name, but he was like orange and gray. Beautiful mammal, reptile.
You got there.
Reptilian.
It took a minute, but you got there.
I got there. So I'm excited for tomorrow's show. I love having animals on the show. Maybe I'll bring Bubba in too. Just kidding. That wouldn't go over well.
Probably not.
No. So I'm looking forward to chat with Raquel. You know, they're doing such good work up there at the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary, and it's always nice to hear from her.
There's Drew taking notes, by the way, if
Thank you,
anybody
Drew.
was curious.
Thank you, yes. Coming up a little later on this morning, we are going to be chatting with Patty LaSalle from the American Sewing Guild. So that'll be interesting. And, of course, Kelly Tolbert is going to join us. She's back from her vacation. She just got back from Alaska, so maybe we could talk about that as well.
Yeah.
She's going to bring us her midweek weekend preview, which, thank God, because I just didn't know what to do with myself last weekend.
And she looks so relaxed.
She
came
does.
in, she just was floating
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here, smiling.
We don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No. All right. Hey, today is National Bow Tie Day. Who says bow ties are just for nerds?
What? They're for tuxes and tuxes only.
There you go. It takes a master's degree just to tie one. You got to get the clip on, right? Do you know how to tie them, Drew? I knew he would.
He's old school, though.
Yeah.
That's why.
He probably invented the bow tie.
Oh,
I'm not that old.
I was going to say they've been around since the 17th century, and they were used as a way for soldiers to keep their shirt collars from flying open during battle. Did they not have buttons, I guess, back then? Maybe not.
Buttons would have been faster.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what the bow tie was invented for. Very interesting. From Merlot to Shiraz, raise a glass and pound some grape today. It is National Red Wine Day. Hallelujah.
Isn't that like every day in some people's worlds?
Some people's worlds. I think Sandy's world yesterday, she admitted that she cannot live without her corkscrew for her wine.
She's just thirsty.
She is
Which
thirsty.
I understand. It's
Yeah.
summer. It's
Exactly. Yeah.
I would have went with the box.
Yeah.
They don't need the corkscrew.
My mom had the box. She had the box back in the day. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember the boxes?
I
Yeah.
remember the box. It had the little thing on it.
Yeah,
That's so not cool now. You got to
Put
do
it in the refrigerator.
Yeah. It lasts a good whole week. You're good to go.
At least a day.
Cabernet Sauvignon is the top-selling red wine in the U.S. according to TasteAtlas.com. Bordeaux is the most popular red wine in the world. In the 14th century, when Europe had a limited supply of clean drinking water, the public drank wine, even the children. Those were happy times.
Absolutely.
Very happy times. And I have to tell you, when I was in Europe, I was on this wine tour. I was at a winery or vineyard in Florence, and all the wine that they couldn't sell, they would sell to the locals. I probably have told you this before, but they had like a gas nozzle. What do you call that? Like a gas nozzle?
Gas pump, yeah.
A gas pump
Yeah.
out of the wall, and the locals would bring whatever they wanted to fill it up, and they charged them like $0.25 for a gallon. All the excess extra wine. Pretty cool.
I would have worked on a vehicle that runs on wine then.
Yeah, right?
$0.25 a
Just
gallon?
pull it on
Oh, yeah.
up. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's National Power Rangers Day. Does that excite you?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
Sorry.
maybe. How about you?
My son was into Power Rangers
Yeah.
back in the day, and that's about it.
That's it for me too. I've no interest. It's National Radio Commercial Day. I have a lot of interest in that because it's because of radio commercials that we get to come and play on the radio every weekday. So thank you to that. Did you know back in the 30s, commercials used to last up to 3 minutes. 3 minutes until market research determined radio listeners have the attention span of about 30 seconds. And thank goodness for that. Can you imagine? Sometimes those live reads go on and on and on and on, though, I'm saying.
They can.
They
yeah.
can. But, I got a lot of information to get out there. Yeah. Hey, I have some information for you, Maddie.
Oh, for me.
Did
Okay.
you hear about, I know you have a podcast. You've been
I do.
working on it for a long time. How long?
I don't know, 6, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Travis and Jason Kelsey also have a podcast. It's called New Heights. And they just signed a deal worth $100 million over 3 years.
That must be nice.
Wow.
I mean, the people that already have millions of dollars getting more.
Right. Right. Can you believe that? I mean, I guess New Heights started before the 2022 NFL season. It won Podcast of the Year at this year's iHeart Podcast Awards.
I mean, I'll do it for $1 million for 3
Right.
years. I'm fine with that.
Exactly. Would you do it for $100 million or $100? $100.
$100 for
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than
I
nothing.
was just gonna say.
Hey, money's money.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. And here are some tips on how to get yourself over the hump today.
I
Since
need
it
as
is hump
many,
day.
as many as you got.
That's a big push.
Okay. They say that the hump happens right around 3 p.m. I'm thinking that's a little late. It's noon for me.
No, it's 7 a.m. on Wednesday.
7 a.m. And we're heading into a 3-day holiday weekend because we have Monday off.
Do we?
Labor
Right?
Day.
Yeah, Labor Day is Monday, right?
This
Yes.
is
Yes.
news to me.
Yes. So we won't
It's
be
the
here on
3rd.
Monday. Okay.
Excuse me, the 2nd. I'm sorry.
I thought it was okay. Okay, it's the
Monday
second.
the 2nd.
What am I going to do with myself?
Maybe take a rest.
Just probably work more.
Yeah, work. There you go. They say to change your environment, move to another room, step outside for some fresh air. Staying in the same spot too long can make you sluggish. They say connect with others to get over the hump today. Take 5 minutes to check in with a coworker. Perhaps send me a text, Maddie.
Okay. What would you
Okay.
like me to text a picture?
Well, just say, you know what, I'm trying to get over the hump, and
Humpty hump.
I'll know exactly what you mean. They say micro breaks can help shake the afternoon fog, especially if you interact with people. Leverage small wins. Crossing something off your list creates a sense of accomplishment. It can give you a burst of energy and keep you motivated. For what? 20 seconds.
the rest of. Yeah, the 20
20
seconds.
seconds.
I don't know.
Yeah. And know how you're wired. It says is if you start anticipating your slump, you can front load your day and knock the hardest stuff out early. There you go. Some tips to get over the hump on this hump day.
I don't think that would work, front loading my day.
No.
Well,
I do.
mean, I'm here.
I front load my day.
Yeah.
But at 6:30, I mean, at 8:36, we are supposed to know whether it's going to be a good day or a bad day, right?
Right. And by 10 a.m., I know. By 10 a.m., I know it's going to be a good day.
It's always good at 10. That's when you're off.
I think it's technically 9:58. Is that what it is?
Is that when we sign on? No. You know what?
20.
Doing this show is the highlight of my day. So, you know.
Oh, sure. She's backpedaling now, Drew. You hear this?
Beep, beep, beep.
Well, just in case Jason's listening, I don't know. Just in case the listeners are listening.
Oh, you're just trying to make Drew and I feel better about ourselves.
I really am.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm here for.
We only have one way to go, up.
That's I had this dream last night that I was boating with my daughters in the afternoon on the lake, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm doing this so I can talk about it on the radio tomorrow. How weird is that? How weird is it that I remember that specific thought?
That's how much you care about our listeners and
I
their
guess,
enjoyment.
or talking about what fun I have in the afternoon. I don't know.
Or you just like rubbing it in all of our faces how much fun you have on a daily basis.
Well, I don't know that I'm doing that. Speaking of, I'm playing golf this afternoon. Apparently, this might be our last golf for our golf league. Our last 9 holes tonight. So Spark Golf, and I do it every Wednesday. Don't look at me like you're confused.
No. I don't understand why it's like the last. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because I guess we're heading into Labor Day and summer's over.
Yeah, it's the end
perhaps.
of the season.
We live in Prescott. Who cares?
Right,
keep golfing.
Right, we will keep golfing. But we were at a party this past weekend. Did I share this with you? And somebody said that Scott and I are tied for first place in the league overall, which is a miracle. Which is an absolute miracle.
That's good.
Our handicaps help. But so we have to go prepared tonight because we got to beat Jerry and Dan or whatever their names are.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, the pressure's on. We are tied with 750 points each. So, big night tonight. Have to be prepared. I got to work on my shots all afternoon before the 5 o'clock tee time.
Flip-flops or no flip-flops?
No flip-flops.
No flip-flops.
This is serious.
It's serious today. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're only going to have light wind. I'm checking right now, so it's only going to be up to about 15 miles an hour. So you shouldn't have any problems with the wind.
Okay, good. So there you go. I'll update you all tomorrow. I said, do we get a trophy? What do we get? They said you get $9 and you get a patch for your bag. I'm like, that's good. And bragging rights for an entire year, maybe.
Absolutely.
On the radio. You guys are going to have to hear it every day. Leza Live, the champion of Spark Golf.
$9 will get you a second patch.
Will that even get you a drink? I don't even know.
Maybe
a White Claw at the golf course. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, we must move on. We have things to talk about. Kelly Tolbert is coming up next with her midweek weekend preview here on Leza Live. Right now, big reminder, don't forget, this coming Friday in 2 days, the Artful Eye Jewelers is having a 60-minute, 60% off sale. All the ladies that were on the show yesterday, they all put it on their calendar when I mentioned it. You're not going to want to miss it for 60 minutes. They are going to have hundreds of pieces of jewelry that will be 60% off. You can get your Christmas shopping done early, pick out something for yourself. This is going to be an incredible sale. And also, don't forget that the 31st of this month, so that would be Saturday, is the day they're going to announce the big winner of the $2,000 jewelry makeover. If you haven't signed up yet, do it right now. artfuleyejeweler.com. The next jewelry cleaning spa day is coming up on Friday, September 6th from 10 to 5. Get your jewelry cleaned and inspected for free. That's at the Artful Eye Jewelers, middle of Whiskey Row, downtown Prescott. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. Joining us in studio this morning, Kelly Tolbert with her midweek weekend preview. Welcome back from vacation, Kelly.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back. I missed you.
Yes, we missed you too. We didn't know what to do with ourselves last weekend because we didn't have your report.
Well, I'm back.
You're back.
We can get dialed in again.
Yes, perfect. What can we expect this weekend? A lot going on?
We have, a 3-day weekend coming up.
I
so
know.
That should make Hump Day a little easier to digest this week because we have a lot to look forward to.
Yes, we do.
Are you laboring on Monday?
I will not be laboring whatsoever on Monday.
I don't think we're supposed to.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, put your feet up, relax. Sounds good.
There you go.
Tomorrow night at the Courthouse Plaza is our summer concert series. We have Pelham Blue and their 90s to 2000s pop, punk, and rock.
Is this our wrap-up to the summer concert series?
Couple more performances.
So we do.
We're getting close,
Yes.
though.
Okay.
So I guess they say Monday is the unofficial end of summer, but, we've still got a few weeks before fall kicks in.
Okay.
So
Very good.
Lots to look forward to.
Very good.
And then Friday at the Jim and Linda Lee Performing Arts Center over at Yavapai College is Luca Stricanoli.
That was good. That's what I would have said.
I practiced this a lot. It's cabaret performance. He's an Italian acoustic guitarist, and he's already sold out Saturday. So there's some tickets left for Friday.
Okay.
And seems legit. So if he's already sold out for Saturday, do get online and get your tickets or go to the box office over at the college and make sure you get your access to see him.
Right.
It seems like a really high energy performance.
Well, Italian acoustic guitar, I mean,
he plays
it's
like
up
5
there.
different guitars.
That's
I
amazing.
Guess, and it's pretty renowned.
Okay,
so
super fun.
can see him Friday. And then Saturday starts the Fair on the Square, and that goes Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5-ish, 9 to 4-ish on Sunday.
Okay.
So get all your, artisan craft things and walk around our beautiful downtown plaza, just enjoying our beautiful weather that you guys talked about.
So gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's really nice. So
I always look forward to the Fair on the Square. It's a good one.
it is a good one. We are so fortunate. And then if that's not enough, the Birdcage has the Cheek Tones Friday and Saturday. The Lobby Bar has their live piano with their delicious happy hour specials. And then Jersey Lily has Funk Frequency on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is Hit Squad 17.
Fun.
Yeah, Matt's has Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Most places have music all 3 nights. Or, excuse me, yes, all 3 nights. But at Matt's is Western Fusion. And then Whiskey River Tavern Friday has Scandalous Hands. And then Hash Knife Express, which is kind of a fun name and kind of new to the area maybe. And then Saturday is Truly Reckless, Palomino, Well Dressed Wolves, and Andrew Deering.
Wow.
So upstairs at the bunkhouse, out on the patio,
all over
to
the place.
choose. They are rocking over there. And then Sunday is Flashback and the Cheek Tones. The Windsock Lounge has Tone Kings on Friday. Saturday is All She Wrote, and of course there's Sunday Blues Jam.
Super fun.
And then you can relax all day Monday if you
there
choose.
You go. There you go. Hit it hard. Tell us how you're Alaskan. Oh, wait, we have a caller. It looks like Kristen is on the line. Good morning, Kristen.
Unfortunately, she had to jump off.
Oh,
but the reason
dang.
she called
Yes.
is she wanted to say this was the best show. The last 15 minutes was the best show we've ever had, and she wanted to let you know that.
Oh, Kristen, I was thinking it was a little scattered, but thank you so much.
Yeah, she enjoyed the show and the laughter. So
well, thank you, Kristen.
We have to continue.
You will have to continue. Yes, we'll keep on keeping on, Kristen. Thank you so much. Well, how was the Alaskan cruise?
It was beautiful.
Is it worth
Our
it?
weather was fabulous. It
You see any
rained a
polar
little
bears?
bit. No polar bears.
Okay.
Maybe next time. We got in and out of Skagway right before that horrible avalanche.
Oh, yes.
So our hearts are going out to those folks up there. It's a cute little town.
Oh,
really
man.
recommend getting there if you can sometime. And the scenery is just so phenomenal. I'd like to get back and get more, as you guys were talking earlier about, to the interior parts of
Yes.
Alaska. So much to see.
Right, right. Did you see any animals?
I saw some orca whales
Ooh.
and gray whale
Fabulous.
just from the ship. So
Nice.
if you have an opportunity to get up there, I really recommend it.
I'm going to do it.
And
it's
it's
on my
super
list.
relaxing. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly Tolbert, thank you for bringing us your midweek weekend preview.
Thank you, Leza.
We
It's always a
appreciate you.
pleasure. Thank you.
All right, coming up, we're going to be chatting with Patty LaSalle from the American Sewing Guild. Right now, ladies, listen up. If you're not feeling your best, not quite feeling like yourself, you might be dealing with the effects of hormonal imbalance. And Prescott Women's Clinic has the solution with their bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It's a natural and effective way to feel like yourself again. They have a location in Prescott off of Willow Creek Road, one in Prescott Valley on Florentine Road. Super easy and convenient to get yourself the care you need and deserve. Give them a call, 928-778-4300. Reach them online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. In studio with me, I'm happy to welcome Patty LaSalle from the American Sewing Guild. Good morning, Patty.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Let's just start at the beginning. Tell me about the American Sewing Guild. What is it? How did it start? And what do you do?
Well, it started in Houston, Texas in 1978, and it was to promote the sewing arts and education and activities regarding sewing.
Okay.
And I didn't discover it until the 90s. And when I finally went to a meeting, I was like, oh, I died and went to heaven. Look at all these people that sew.
Yeah, because I have to admit, I don't sew.
Right.
I will mend very occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do not sew. But I am so enamored of those that can or that know how because back in the day they tried to teach you how to do it on a sewing machine,
right?
And either you picked it up or you didn't. So when did you personally start sewing and why?
I was about 8 years old.
Really?
And we didn't have a lot of money, but I had a Barbie doll, so my grandmother taught me how to sew Barbie doll clothes.
Yes.
But then I realized sewing my own clothes was easier because those little armholes on that doll were ridiculous. So I started sewing my own clothes.
Love it. And did you sew this? Did you put together this outfit? No.
Not this
I
one.
was going to compliment you on your work 'cause that's very cute. Okay, so it started back then, and basically to promote sewing arts through education and activities. So you joined, and what kind of experience was it for you?
It was fabulous.
Yeah.
Because everybody there talked the sewing language.
Yeah.
And I could talk to fellow sewers. And sewing is kind of a solitary thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're in your little sewing room, you're sewing all by yourself. But meeting these people and learning all kinds of new techniques and having people come in to teach us things, going on road trips to go to fabric stores, which is a disease.
I love this.
It's called fabricitis. She who dies with the most fabric wins.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Yes.
I have strolled through Joann's on occasion and have seen beautiful patterns on fabric. I'm like, what could I ever do with this? I mean, I personally don't even know how to start. I think I could make a blanket like out of a fleece, you know, just a cut and tie. But I bet that is a fun experience for those that are really into it.
And it's addicting. It's terrible. I have all cabinets in my sewing room, and they're all full of fabric.
Yes, just in case, or do you have plans for every piece that you pick up?
I usually have plans, but I forget what they are by the time I get to it. So
I love it. That sounds like a lot of fun. So what are some of the other benefits for members?
They have an annual conference every year somewhere in the nation, and it will have classes and shopping, tours, all kinds of things. And they have gone to the Orient and to China and to Europe for tours.
Wow.
So you get a little bit of a discount. They haven't done that since COVID.
Sure.
And they do have online sewing classes.
Okay.
But in your usual meetings, somebody will show you something.
Yeah.
And we try to plan for that a year in advance. So somebody has to volunteer to show us how to do a mitered corner or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have forgotten, so to see it again is always nice.
Right. And then are you inspired to go home and do exactly what you just learned?
That or go fabric shopping.
I love it. I love it so much. So tell me, how many groups are there of the American Sewing Guild in our area?
We have, for the northeast corner of Arizona, we have 3 groups. We have one in Flagstaff, one in Dewey, and one in Prescott.
Okay.
And we meet once a month.
All right.
We try to get up to Flagstaff to visit those folks once a year.
Yeah.
And then they come down for our Christmas party, usually in December.
Wonderful.
And we have people that do everything, not just sewing.
Yeah.
We have crafters, painters, knitting, jewelry makers, quilters. We just have a totally varied interest.
Wow.
And there are specific quilt groups in the Prescott area.
Sure.
And they still join our group, too.
How fun.
So it's fun. And you can always go with a problem and say, I don't know how to fix this.
And there's always help.
And there's always somebody that says, well, you're doing this wrong, or here's what you need to do to fix it.
Right.
It's always helpful to have that camaraderie.
Well, yeah, you found your community of like-minded people.
Yes.
Are there men in your group?
Not in our group, but I think there is one in the Phoenix area. In fact, I thought he was president for a while.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's nice. Good for him. Well, now you specifically, what do you like to sew the most? Is it clothes or what do you like the most?
I don't have room in my closet anymore for clothes.
Yeah.
But I do like to sew clothes. I have done wearable art for years, and I sold my items that were custom made in the I came from Wisconsin, and there was a vacation area there that catered to a lot of people coming up from the Chicago area.
Okay.
So I sold a lot of my wearable art there.
Okay.
And I usually think up something and make it.
Yes.
Or I like to find things at resale stores and redo them or bling them up.
Sure.
I have a problem with rhinestones.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's all right. You could have worse problems. I'm just saying. Yeah. So do you go off of a pattern, or is it generally something that you're thinking of?
I'm not good at pattern making, so I start with something.
Yeah.
But I have a friend that was a pattern maker,
Uh-huh.
and she has helped me a lot to fit things, tell me what to do. And in fact, her patterns always fit me perfect, so I don't have to do much.
Oh, that's nice.
And we're lucky to be like the same size.
Yeah.
So
that
we can
works out.
Share clothes, things like that.
That's wonderful. I am chatting with Patty LaSalle from the American Sewing Guild this morning. Coming up on the other side, we're going to talk about how the Sewing Guild is helping charities in our area. And also, they have an upcoming fashion show. So you're going to want to get all the details on that, the where, the when, the how, all the specifics coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, life is full of surprises. We all know it, right? But dental emergency doesn't have to be one of them. When you're in pain, just turn to the experts at Pro Solutions Dental Group. Their friendly staff understands that emergencies can happen anytime, anywhere, and that's why they're here for you when you need them the most. With cutting-edge technology and compassionate care, they'll have you feeling better in a flash. Do not let tooth troubles hold you back. Call the team at Pro Solutions Dental Group today and put that smile back on your face. 928-776-1208 is their number. You can reach them online at PrescottDentist.com. And we're back. Thanks for spending some time with us this morning. It's Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. We're talking about the American Sewing Guild this morning with Patty LaSalle, who loves to sew and loves to shop for fabric. And you said that you've tried a lot of other different crafts and hobbies as well. And you're just a creative force.
Yes. If I'm not creating, if I'm not sewing, I'm not happy.
Yes. How many hours in the day do you sew?
Well, now that I'm retired, I have so many other things to do.
Right.
But when I was working, I'd take a day off of work just to make a suit or to sew.
Good for you.
I'd forget to eat.
That's hilarious.
Because I was having so much fun.
Right. I love it. That is wonderful. Well, and the American Sewing Guild does a lot for others, a lot of charities in our area.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Over the years, some of the charities have gone and come, but right now we sew a lot of clothing for Head Start and Chino.
Oh, wonderful.
And those are babies on up to maybe 5 years old.
Okay.
So we get the sizes that they need, and we make the clothing, and one of the gals is in contact with them all the time, and about 3 times a year she takes out loads of clothing for the kids.
How wonderful.
and they really need it.
That
so.
has to be so satisfying, knowing that you're clothing these children in need.
Yes.
With what you do for fun.
And I usually sew the girls' clothes because my sister only gave me boys.
Ah.
So now I get to sew for girls.
I
It's
love
fun.
it. That has to be fun. Who
And-
else do you help?
Well, a couple of years in a row, we did placemats for Meals on Wheels, and we made hundreds of placemats, and they would take and deliver them at Christmas time when they brought their Christmas meal so that they had a pretty placemat.
That is so sweet.
Yes.
Something so simple makes such a difference.
Right. And it was just, it's the holidays, they might be alone.
Right.
And just to have this little placemat. And then sometimes we'd make them reversible so
Yeah.
that they didn't have just the Christmas motif on them.
Yes.
So
I love that.
And we had about 80 members at that time, and we produced 200 one year and over 100 the next year, just so that they could give them out. It's an
Yes.
easy, simple thing to do.
Right. If you know how to sew.
Right. And it doesn't take a lot of fabric,
Yes.
and
yes.
it's fun.
That is a wonderful idea. I love that one so much.
And then we also support the cancer folks. For a long time, we were providing the scarves that women wear when they lose their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And this past year, we've been donating to the cancer patients, breast cancer patients, these pillows that they use to, after surgery, things are pretty sensitive in that. And we've made well over 80 plus items for them this
Wow.
winter. And one of the gals, we'd go to her house, and she's got several sewing machines. And we, at one point, I think we had a dozen gals in there sewing and cutting and stuffing and
Yes.
and then we had pizza for lunch. That was great.
Sounds
Anytime
like
you feed
fun.
me pizza, I'll stay.
Right. Sounds like a ton of fun.
So that was a whole day of fun that we do
Yes.
once a month.
You're having fun and you're helping others in need. That's a win-win. Absolutely. How cool. Well, here's another win-win for everybody. You guys have an upcoming fashion show, and everybody's welcome to come on out. Tell us about the fashion show, what the purpose is, and what people can expect.
Well, as part of the national organization, we're required to have a fundraiser once a year. So this will be our fundraiser.
Okay.
And we'll raise money through the raffle items that we have.
Okay.
But we're not just going to have that. We have it, it will be catered, a buffet lunch from Greenway Catering. We will have all these raffle items that they can buy their tickets and see if they can win.
Sure.
We will have free door prizes. We try to get everybody something so that they walk out the door with something.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're working on that.
Yeah.
We will have a boutique with items for sale. Some
Okay.
of those items the money will go towards the American Sewing Guild, and some they will go back to the maker.
Okay.
So we'll have a gal manning that area. We will have live music. My husband is a singer. He's already been in the Prescott Idol contest
Wonderful.
several times.
What's his
so
name? So we
Paul.
can. Okay. Paul
And-
Lascelles.
He will. No, he's Paul Gruno.
Okay. Well, that's why I asked.
I kept my maiden name. I didn't want my initials to be PG.
Aha. Okay. I love it.
So he will sing for us, and he'll keep the music going while we have the actual fashion show.
Nice.
We're also going to have a cookie bar. Rather than have to have dessert served, we'll just have
Yeah.
a cookie bar.
I love it. Is a huge variety of cookies.
I
Everybody
would
bringing
think
in some
so.
cookies.
Some people like to bake.
Yeah.
To me, bake and cook are four-letter words.
Ah. Okay. That's
I don't do
because
that.
you're a sewer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We'll have a cash bar.
Very
So if
good.
you'd like to do that. But
Yes.
when we get going, it's not just going to be clothing that we're going to model. Some of these ladies are quilters. We'll have some home deck items like placemats or whatever.
Okay.
One of our gals, I think you've talked to her, Joan Michaelbrink.
Yes.
She makes the most fabulous purses.
Really.
Yes. So I'm hoping maybe she'll sell a couple of those.
Wouldn't
'cause I
that be
might like to
nice?
pick one up. And I often tease her. I go, I know you've got a box of those. Bring them.
Right. Right. How cool.
So they'll be showing that. In fact, one of the girls wanted to show clothing for her dog.
Oh, I love this.
So we kind of talked to the Elks Club. Can we bring a dog in? And they're
Right.
like, yeah, maybe not.
Oh, that's too
So
bad because
we'll
I have the
just-
perfect model for you.
Well, we'll just have to get a stuffed animal and
There
show
you
him
go.
with the clothing on.
I have to brag. I did make a dog sweater for my little teeny tiny Chihuahua once. I took a sock and I cut a hole in it, and then I cut 2 other holes in it, and I put it on her, and it was perfect.
That's a good idea.
I didn't have to sew a thing. See, I got creative. I can imagine what you ladies would put together.
Oh yeah, my dog has a Christmas dress and a Valentine's Day dress and 2 coats and
I'm
a nightgown.
sure. How cute. A nightgown. Did you hear that? Her dog has a nightgown.
I'm guessing the sock was Scott's. Because I don't think your feet are big enough.
No, because this Chihuahua was 1.5 pound. It
Yeah.
was this big.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was tiny.
A kid's sock.
It was a kid's sock. A fuzzy pink kid's sock. I still have it.
Used?
This big. I swear.
Did you buy it at the store new, or is it?
It was
stole it from
it was a
Delaney,
used
or-
sock. It was a used.
That's what I
we don't need
figured.
to focus on.
I just want to know
we
how
have
dark
an
you get.
expert. We have an
Yeah.
expert in the house,
All
and
right,
she
all
would
right.
laugh at my little creation. But I'm feeling like that's relatable, maybe. You know, feeling there's a need, and then just making something out of something.
And,
yeah,
well, once my dog gets a haircut, she's cold.
she's
in the
cold.
Winter, so-
Yes.
And our previous schnauzer, I had a nightgown for, and it wasn't long enough, so I put this ruffle on the back
Oh my
end of
gosh,
it.
how cute!
And my husband put her coat over it and took her out for a walk. And I'm like, oh my God.
She's got her nightgown on in public.
Yes.
I love it. You sound very talented. I love this so much. And people can come on out and see the creations, quilts, purses, clothing, garments, home decorations at this wonderful fashion show that's coming up. Tell everybody when it is and where it is.
We're going to have it at the Elks Club, number 330 in Prescott Valley.
Okay.
And that's on 2nd Street, kind of next door to the bowling alley there.
Okay.
And it's going to be on October 19th from 10 to 2. We will have a luncheon served. The tickets are $35 for Sewing Guild members, but $40 for non-members.
Okay.
And if you'd like to sponsor a table, we'll take your money. And the deadline to get your ticket in is September 15th, because we have
Okay.
to have a head count to
Sure.
the caterer and all that.
Is that the same date for sponsorships as well?
pretty much so?
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And how do people purchase their tickets?
Well, we've tried to get a few out around into the fabric stores and things. But
Yes.
if you would like one, we've got someone that you can call or email. So go get a pen and pencil
Mm-hmm.
and some paper.
Okay.
And her name is Lynette. And her phone number is 609-231-9669. And her email is MEL as in Lake, F as in Frank, 981-201
Okay.
and she'll get you a ticket.
Perfect. We're going to take a quick break and we will reiterate those numbers and that email address for you if you didn't catch it this past time. That's coming up here on Leza Live. Welcome back. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA, talking about the American Sewing Guild this morning with Patty LaSalle. Okay, let's tell people where they can get their tickets again for the fashion show. It's the ASG Fall Fashion Show and Luncheon coming up on October 19th, 10 a.m. at the Prescott Valley Elks Club in Prescott Valley. Yeah. Redundant much? Yes, and people can get their tickets, $35 for ASG members, $40 for non-members. What is the phone number once again, Patty?
It is my buddy Lynette at 609-231-9669.
And what is the email address?
The email address is M as in Mary, E, L as in Lake, F as in Frank, 981201 @gmail.com.
Very nice. It's going to be a lovely, lovely fashion show. So if somebody listening is a sewer and wants to be part of the American Sewing Guild, how do they do that?
There is a national website. It's called asg.org.
Okay.
Go there. There's all the specifics on how you can join. And you can peruse the website and find out all the information that they have to share.
Okay.
And it's worth the membership per year because of all the items that you get from them. But if you join and you're part of our groups,
yes,
and you've got someplace to go once a month to meet fellow sewers, and even if you're not, if you feel, oh, I don't sew that well, so what? Just come and
if
talk.
You're interested.
Talk sewing. It's getting to be a dying art.
Yes.
It really is. They used to teach it in the schools. They don't teach it anymore. And so they are relying on grandma or mom to teach them. And if you want to come, you can learn. We'll teach you.
Awesome. How fun. Well, and I love the names of your neighborhood groups. Thumb Butte Thimbles. That's the Prescott group. The Dewey group is the Twin Needles.
Yep.
And Flagstaff is the Peak Stitches.
Yes. They're up there.
Those are so cute. And it says that it's for you. The Guild is for you if you believe sewing is both creative and rewarding. Enjoy sharing tips and teaching each other new techniques, and find sharing the benefits and joys of sewing almost as much fun as sewing itself. Sounds like a great group.
It is.
How many in your group here in Prescott right now?
I think we have about 60 members.
Wow.
And we've been up over that a lot for a long time, but we lost a lot of people in COVID. They didn't want to go out. They didn't want to socialize.
Right.
And now people are coming back.
Good. Well, we highly encourage that, right? Where do you guys meet, the Thumb Butte Thimbles?
We meet at the UU Congregational Church. It's behind the True Value hardware store.
Oh, sure.
Back there?
Yes, on Sunset.
Yes, and that's on Thursdays we open the doors at 9.
And how long do your meetings last?
As long as we want to have fun.
Isn't that nice? Fantastic. Well, this has been just an eye-opener. I made a pin cushion in home ec way back when. I'm trying to relate here, you know. I mean, and it was fun. It was actually really fun. And I have 2 daughters, and they learned how to sew from their grandmother who had a sewing machine.
Yes.
So it's definitely something that is very useful in your life to know how to sew and mend. Have you ever mended anything in your life, Maddie?
Yeah, I've sewn here and there.
Okay,
so
good.
My mom.
She's a big sewer.
A lot.
Okay. How did we know? Yeah. How did we not know that?
She does everything. She's amazing.
Patty, thank you so much for coming, and we appreciate you. And thank you for listening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.